Yes guys, now as part of this session we are going to discuss about how to use the measures. It's very important and I'm going to make you guys understand about how we can use the measures. It's very important. Whatever the data which we are fetching out from the data warehouse, if you are going to perform any analysis, that are going to get performed only on the numeric values, that is on measure element values only. Try to put this thing in your brain, it is going to help you a great. Okay, now let me tell, we are having at measures area many measure elements, like let it be, if it is like a sample store, it will be like sales, profit, unit price, discount. How to use these measure element values is very important as part of technical perspective, and being as a developer you have to discuss about the subject only in technical perspective. So let me put some of the measure elements like sales. About all these things we are going to learn in detail guys. Under these sales we will be having some set of records. Okay, what these records represents, it is going to represent a particular, I have did analysis, I have gone through that particular report. That's why I'm telling about all these things. I will make you guys aware of those scenarios and you will feel very comfort in those things. Okay, no need to worry, nothing is here to get confused. Okay, now this is one of the measure element, and other element, let it be like profit. Under it we are having many records, let it be, we are having many records. Okay, these things are called as measure element values. Okay, let it be, it is called as measure element. Okay, and all these are called as measure element values. It's very important guys, try to focus on all these things. Okay, because if you are having an idea about all these things and how to work technically, will be very easy to you guys. Okay, now so in how many ways we can use this particular measure? Okay, how we can do that one? So because as I said earlier, at workspace you will be using rows and shelf. Whatever we put the dimension element at rows shelf, that is going to be as the y-axis, right? At the time of discussing or at the time of making you guys understand about the naming conventions, I made it with very good, I made it that one highlight, right, with very good analysis. Try to focus on that one, it's very important. And whatever we drag and put at column shelf will be going to act as the, it is going to get, or it is going to place at x-axis by the Tableau. It is going to, that is, she is going to perform some analysis, right? So she is treating that whatever I put at row shelf, it is going to be at, or it is going to be taken as part of y-axis, and if I put anything as part of column shelf, it is going to be treat, or it is going to consider that one as, or at x-axis. It is very important. By default it is going to consider these things, but based on your requirement you can interchange them. It is very important, try to focus on this one. Now so here, honestly speaking guys, we are having 24 charts. Okay, we guys are having 24 varieties of charts, and these charts are categorized into three types. That is, one is univariety chart, okay, and other one is bivariety chart, and the last one is trivariety chart. Okay, so if a particular chart, see there are so many charts like Gantt view chart and candlestick chart and histogram charts, pie charts, side by side charts, dual lines, dual combinations, heat map, tree maps, many n number of charts are there, honestly speaking. But the Tableau has giving, it has provided to us to use only 24 charts. Okay, so about those charts we are going to discuss, we are going to spend some time. Honestly speaking, we are not going to use all type of charts as part of our RTS, that is real time system application developments. Okay, try to focus. So now, so let us go and how we can use these measures. So as part of these charts only we are going to use these measures, right? So let me put one small pictorial thing so that it can be very clear to you all guys. So let us think, it is the row shelf. Okay, it is rows and it is columns. Okay, let it be as part of our Tableau only. Let me put them, rows will be columns will be first and rows will be the next one, right? Now so think that I put here continent. Okay, what is this continent? All these things I am going to make you guys very clear. No need to confuse anything, no need to butterfly anything, everything will be very clear to all you guys. Okay, now so at columns let me take sales. Okay, so as I said earlier, as part of Tableau predefined analysis, it is going to take a dimension element as part of rows. Even if you click on the dimension element, it is going to be get, or it is going to get create at rows shelf only. So at the time of analysis, the Tableau is going to take a particular value which we put at column shelf as, or it is going to put that one at x-axis. At the time of analysis, it is going to take a particular dimension element as part of row shelf, and it is going to put at y-axis, at workspace. Right now, so for this particular analysis which we have done, the internal analysis or internal implementation of Tableau will be looking like, let me put it. Okay, so this will be at the workspace. You know, right, what is workspace? All this stuff we have discussed at the time of naming convention. Right, try to focus a lot. If you didn't get all these things, try to brush the earlier sessions once, so that you can feel comfort in all these things. Okay, now so let me take what is there at particular row shelf. It is continent. Okay, now as part of this continent, as I said, what will be here? The dimension element. In turn, the dimension element will be containing what? Dimension element values. What are those values? As part of this continent, what is there? We are having Africa, Asia, all the continent names, right? China, all these things will be there. Europe, all those things. Okay, now so let me take some Asia, Africa, okay, Australia and Europe. Let it be. Still so many are there, let it be. As per our requirement, let me take only 4. Okay, now what are the sales? Let it be like 10, 20, 30 and 40. Okay, now the Asia is having the sales. Okay, let it be. We don't bother about for which particular period of time. Those are the measure element values, that is the sales values. Okay, no need to bother about. Let us concentrate on the subject. Let us understand what is there, the tricky things here, what is there, the hidden things. Okay, if you understand those things, so that you can feel comfort as part of the technical perspective. Right, now let us go for that. Now Asia is having the sales like 11, let it be here, and Africa is having the sales as like let it be 24, and Africa is having the sales as 35, and Europe is having the sales as 45, let it be as 50. Okay, this Europe is having the sales as 45, and Australia is having the sales as 35, and Africa is having the sales as 24, and this is having the sales as 11. Okay, try to focus guys, it's very important. Now let it be, there was one representation which was the best practice which was given by the Tableau to us, that is an internal implementation of Tableau. Why these things we are going to see as part of our art workspace? Because the internal implementation of Tableau was that, right? Try to focus on these ones, it's very simple. Now so what is there at y-axis? Here we are having continent. What is this? It is a dimension element. And what is there at x-axis? It is the sales, that is a measure element. Guys, it's very important. Now I am going to introduce a very tricky thing where each and every guys will be committing mistakes and they will get confused. Okay, so as part of this session, I am not going to make you guys confused. We are doing a great analysis so that you are going to understand everything step by step. Okay, now how to use the measures. Guys think that we are having profit and also think that we are having discount price. What is these things? From where this fellow is getting all these things? Means I have studied that Superstore, one of the .tds file, that is Tableau data source. I am going to show you all those things practically, no need to worry. Okay, nothing is here, but you have to understand the topic which is there, that is the concept which is there under it. Okay, now so think that even this discount price was having some of the records. Okay, some of the records which or the numeric one which that can be summed up by us. That's why the Tableau is going to put that particular column as part of measure area. So it is it is going to behave as one of the measure element. Okay, and all these things are going to act as what? It is a measure element, right? And what is this? These and all called as what? Measure element values. It's very very important, guys. Try to focus. And in the same way, this is called as measure element, and this thing is called as what? Measure element values. Okay, now so guys, I want for these particular continents, that is Asia, Africa, Australia, Europe, even I want the profit, even I want to check the what? One more thing, discount price. How we can do check that one? How I can make appear that one? It depends upon your requirement, how you want to plot that one at workspace. It's very very important. That's why we are having 24 varieties of charts. See what is mean by unichart. Okay, let it be. I interrupted this particular thing, right? Let it be. I am going to make you guys even that one understand. It is also very simple. Let me put that one as a pending one. No need to worry. Okay, what is this? Uni buy and try. Okay, now let me go here. So I want to appear, I want to make my client to look even the profits across all these continents, and also I want to make my client aware of discount price across all these continents, that is continent wise sales, profit and discount unit. Okay, or let it be like okay, let me, I'm sorry for this, it's not discount unit, it's the discount price. Okay, just forgive me for this. Okay, now let it be as discount price. So I want to just look it. How you can do that one? Even you can take only, I mean on actually on single x-axis you can even take profit, even you can take discount price. So how this particular chart is going to look? It is so simple, guys. See, on y-axis there will be continents. Okay, here let it be, I am writing just for one particular continent. Okay, it is Asia. As part of this one, how many measure elements we are considering here? Sales, profit and discount price, right? So what is going to happen here is, see here, it is going to take sales, discount price. Okay, and one more thing is what? That is profit. Now here it is going to take one. Okay, let it be this thing. From here onward the y-axis will be here, and from here onward the x-axis is going to get start. So here the values will be 10, 20, 30 and 40. See that the sales are having that particular thing, so it is having some representation. Let it be the sales as 11 and discount price as 8. Okay, and this profit as like 20. Let it be. Okay, no need the price, the profit cannot be as a 20 according to the discount and all these things. Let it be the profit as 9. Okay, so for each and every continent, it is for Africa, and the same pattern will get repeat for Africa, that is sales, discount and profit, and also the same thing will get continue for which? Australia continent also. It's very very important, guys. That is sales, discount price and profit also. It's very very important. The same thing, let it be like some representations. Okay, we are going to see all these things with very good big examples. Okay, no need to get confused. And here I am going to introduce one more, a very good beautiful naming convention. Try to focus a lot here so that it will be very clear to you. Okay, and based on that only you are going to do all the real time system scenarios or issues which are going to come in your project. Okay, now guys, see here. Okay, let it be some continents are there here. Okay, now in this way we can use, this is a measure element, this is a measure element. Even you can you can swap them, you can use them based upon a particular chart rule and regulation. You have to use each and every measure element. That is what the main intention of this particular, how to use the measures. Okay, it doesn't depend upon the axis, but it depends upon the chart types. That is, honestly speaking, this chart type is called as what? Do you know? It is called as the side by side chart or down by down chart. You can just look at here. Australia is one of the continent, Africa is one of the continent, and Asia is one of the continent. Here we are having the measures, and what is these things? These things are representing the particular country's measure value, that is measure element value. Country wise a particular measure element value. What was the value at that particular continent or at that place, geographical place, like that it was showing. But how internally it is doing all these things? That is the greatness of Tableau. You have to understand. That's why it's having very good high rates as part of visual analytics. It is very very important to focus, or it is very very important to understand this topic. This particular point as part of Tableau, right? Now, so let it be like this. Now guys, try to focus on this one. This Australia, now it is having some 3 measure elements. Okay, even that was taken as part of y-axis. That's very very important guys. You have to focus a lot, then only you will be very comfort in all these topics, or else you have to scratch your head. Okay, now guys, you can just check it here. As part of Australia, this was the analysis, that this was the fine-tuned code, that is this was the fine-tuned result. So my client is going to understand if he see this particular worksheet, right? If I put this one at work, dashboard, is going to understand something, okay, right? Without using his brain, without doing any analysis. That is what visual analytics. Because if any novice person is coming and using my chart, he should be able to recognize all the things. Oh, this what this particular objects related thing, how it was performing, this was its related subjected data, like that. The same thing like the traffic signals. If it is like one signal, you have to do one action. If it is like other section, you have to do one more action, like that, right? That was the novice person related things, right? Now, so here this whatever the data which is related to Asia were all present in one of the plane. Actually it is called as a pane. Try to remember this one. It is going to help you a lot as part of real-time system application developments. Okay, this is called as one pane. Okay, and this one is also called as one of the pane, and this is called as one of the pane. What is this pane? How we are going to use these panes are very very important. Guys, try to focus on this one. See guys, now I took 3 measures and 1 dimension element, that is 3 measure elements and 1 dimension element. How this particular chart was enabling, what is the name of this chart? It is honestly called as, do you know what the type of chart this is? It is a blended chart, or it is a side by side chart. We are having some 24 varieties of charts. It is going to depend upon the measure values only. Honestly speaking, how we are going to do analysis means that is what we are using business intelligence tool. Everything will be depending upon these measure element values. See how you can differentiate 2%. Okay, if you want to differentiate 2%, definitely you will be talking about height, or you will be talking about what? One more thing like color. Okay, color doesn't matter. It is like a dimension thing. If it is like color, it is very difficult for you to identify, or it is very difficult for you to differentiate. And if you talk about other things in terms of subject or in terms of other things, everything is something like a unit, that is a measurable quantity. If it is having some numeric values, then only we can differentiate, right? That is what the highlight or the beautiness of this measure. You have to know how we can use these measures. And also if I swap this particular representation, it is going to be in other format, guys. That is also a valid one. But as I said, it is highly recommended to take all the dimension elements as part of row shelf and all the measure elements as part of column shelf, because it is going to give an easy visualization things. That is, you no need to spend any time. So you can catch the things very easily. Okay, now so let me go for other thing, that is what we are discussing about measures, right? So measures are going to be the part of charts, that is 24 varieties of charts. And what is this univariety, bivariety and trivariety? See what is meant by univariety? A chart which is allowing only one measure, it is generally called as univariety chart. Okay, if a chart which is allowing two measures, it is called as bivariety charts. That is, it must and should allow two varieties, two measures, then it is called as bivariety chart. A chart which is allowing 3 measures, then it is called as what? It is going to consider as trivariety chart. Honestly speaking, a trivariety chart can act as univariety, bivariety and trivariety. How? If there is a restriction called, if there is think that, guys, it is very important, it is a general notation, try to put this thing in your brain. Think that there is an X chart and it is having some rules and regulations, like if you want to use mine or if you want to use my properties, there are some rules and regulations. What are those rules and regulations? Let me put. So if that is the case, if you want a chart which is with name X, then we are having a restriction like 0 or 2 dimensions. Okay, think that. Actually, it is a general notation to understand that particular, varieties of charts. How many are there as part of this tableau? Okay, so this is the general thing, and there are there is a restriction like 1 or 2 measures. Okay, here measures means what? It is measure elements. Okay, now dimensions means dimension elements. So now, it just forget about the dimension, you just concentrate only on the measures. How many measures it is allowing? 1 or 2. So the least, that is at least one must and should be there, one measure must and should be there. So now at workspace you have taken only this thing. Okay, now think that let it be as 1 or more. Okay, let me put so that you can be very clear, guys. 1 or more. Okay, so now I have taken one dimension here and one measure here. So now this is called as what? Univariety. And if I take this thing, that is one dimension, one or more dimension, and I have taken how many measures here? I have taken 3. Is that I have taken here 3 measures? Is that this particular thing satisfies this rule or not? Just try to check it. 1 or more. 1 or more means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Try to focus, it's very important. And what is the, how many measures we have taken over this here, over this particular graph at workspace? We have taken 3. So 1 or more. So it is a valid one. Now, which type of chart it is, you have to tell it. Try to analyze, try to memorize, try to put all these things in your mental space so that it will be very easy for you guys. Now 3. So if it is like 3, how many if it is like 3 means which kind of chart it is? It is a tri-variety of chart. If it is having 4 means it is not something like a fourth variety of chart. Don't go in that, don't go to your own terminology. If it is having 1 or more, or if it is accepting, if it is like 3 or more measures, that particular chart is accepting 3 or more varieties of chart, 3 or more measure elements, then it is called as tri-variety. If it is accepting 2 or more, it can be called as bivariety and tri-variety. If it is like univariety, it is accepting only 1 or 2. If it is at workspace, if you are having only one measure, it is called as what? It is called as univariety. And in case if you have taken 2 measures, that is called as bivariety. If you are taking 3 measures, it is called as tri-variety. If you are taking 4 varieties, still it is called as tri-variety. Try to put this thing in your brain. It's very, very important. Now, whatever I put overboard, we are going to just see all these things with one very good practical example. I am going to make you guys very clear. And also guys, before going to that one, I am going to put one more thing here. That is, as I said earlier, what is the live connection in my previous session, and what is an extract connection? What is the live one and what is an extract one? See, after creating the live connection, if you want to switch to extract connection, what should I do? What is the necessity? What I should do? It's very, very important. Guys, it's very simple. Think that if you want to convert to live to extract, okay, and if you want to convert from extract to live, let me discuss about the first one. It is so simple. Think that you have created one live connection and this was the .tds thing, okay, so it was represented by one of the file, okay. Now just go right click on this one, okay, then you just select extract data option, okay. If you do select that one, everything is same. Whatever the options which you have created, that is the Tableau is going to take the snapshot of this particular live data connection Tableau data source file, and now it is going to call the Tableau data engine to create the file which is having the extension as .tde. It is very, very important. Just put this thing in your brain. After creating or after converting from live to extract, other important thing which you should put in your brain is only one thing. It is going to, if you are using any dimension element and measure element from where it is going to fetch? It is going to fetch from which thing? From .tde file. It is very very important, guys. Try to put this thing in your brain. Okay, and how we can, how to convert that particular live to extract, we are going to see through practical example. It is so simple, but try to understand this one as a technical person. The main thing is this thing, that is, after converting a live to the extract one, it is going to create one .tde file as part of extract connection. The same thing is going to get continue, and whenever you are using any dimension element or measure element, it will be facing from where? From .td file. That is what my main intention to make highlight here. Okay, now, and the other one, that is from extract to live. Okay, of course, in extract connection we are using which file? .td file, that is Tableau data extract thing, right? So now if I convert from .td to live, okay, it is going to get convert from which thing? Now this live is going to get create in this way, and it will be like this, and here now extract thing, right? It will be like this. Now it is going to become as an empty database symbol, right? Like this it is going to become, right? So after converting that one, see, if it is not extract connection, if you are if you are converting that to the live connection, what is the position or what is going to happen for .tde file? Of course, if it is like extract connection, definitely there will be one .tde file, right? If you are not getting this one, please guys, try to be good or try to be comfort in one of the session which is called as connection, so that it will be very clear for you guys. Okay, now what happens to this .tde file? Of course, it is going to be in the local hard disk, but Tableau is not going to use that .tde file. Okay, that is what, it's very important. Even if you are converting from extract to the live, this particular .tde file will be as it is in the local disk itself. Okay, it's very important, guys, and we are going to see all of these things in practical. It's very very important how we can use these 24 varieties of charts. In detail we are going to discuss about them in other session. Even those charts are very easy, you can learn on your own, but let it be. But my main intention here is to make you guys how to use these measures. It is honestly dynamic one, you can use based on your requirement. Okay, now, so now let us do one practical example for this one. Okay.